you're watching, listening or reading this, welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog. And today we're going to talk about the two simple things that running gives us that were so easily missed. So the Runpreneur vlog is part of the Runpreneur challenge, which is our mission to raise £1 million for children's charities by run vlogging on consecutive days the distance of one lap around the world. It is a staggering 40,075 kilometres. It's going to take 11 years to accomplish. I have to commit to running every single day, a minimum of 5 kilometres whilst vlogging, and I even do it barefoot style. So if you want to find out how you can get behind and support the challenge, please check out the links in my bios or go to the website challenge.runpreneur.co, and let's get started. So, the two simple things that running gives us that are so easily missed, and you kind of often take them for granted. So, the two things for me when I run, and it took, to put it in perspective, it took my self-isolation running challenge to actually open my eyes to this and realise just how important these two things are to you when you run. And so many people with running get caught up in PBs or progression or becoming a better runner, all these different things, how many runs per week, how many miles per week they're doing, what race they're training for, all these things that in the grand scheme are important, and everybody loves a challenge, me no less than anyone else. But the two things we'll often take for granted is, number one, the freedom that running gives you. Now, we all live hectic, manic lives, and just getting out in the open, that feeling of connecting with nature, the tranquility of running, even if you're in an urban environment, in a city or whatever, you can still find parks, or you can still find areas that you can just plod around and just get that connection with nature and the world around you in a really free and a non-pressurized environment. I think that's really, really important. It's understanding that level of freedom. The reason I say how much I enjoy this freedom now, it's excruciatingly hot today, but I'm thoroughly enjoying the freedom of being out here. You know, when I was running self-isolation, running laps of my house, you know, and garden and driveway, ducking under rafters in my lean-to to get around the side of my house, jumping over bikes. It felt so claustrophobic as a runner. It was horrible, really, really hard experience as a runner. And that leads me on to the next thing, which is often taken for granted and missed, is you give yourself some mental relief or a mental break. Your mind, you can give yourself a chance to switch off and just, you know, relax and recharge. Because, again, linked to the first point I made about the freedom and feeling physically free and in connection with nature and tranquility, but your mind, you know, 24/7, it's churning, concentrating on so many different things. We all have extremely busy lives, some more so than others, but it's all relative. You know, to somebody who has a less busy life, what is busy to them is far less than what's busy to someone who lives a naturally busy life. But either way, it's all relative. And your mind has to juggle all of these things happening every single day and manage them and process them and allow you to make decisions. So your mind gets such a relentless task in keeping up with that. And I find running in particular, I mean, even when we sleep, right, we're dreaming, your mind is still working. I find running one of the few occasions where I can actually let my mind switch off and just think about nothing and just let my mind wander wherever it wants to go in a very natural way. I.e., it might wander and look at the corn in that field. It might wander and look at the blue sky, the lack of the wind, but whatever it's doing, just let it. That's a respite for your mind to recharge. And I often talk in my blog episodes about the importance of a release mechanism to manage the daily pressures of stress, overwhelm and anxiety. And that's the point. Your mind is getting clogged up with so many things that can create an element of stress. And then if you don't relieve give relief to your mind or allow it to process and clear your mind of all these stresses on a regular basis, they're going to evolve into overwhelm. And then before you know it, you'll be in anxiety, panic mode and mental breakdown. That's how it all begins. And just giving your mind, whether it's through meditation, it could be listening to music, it could be running. Running is exactly what it does for me. It's my mental release. Every time I run, I process what's going on in my life. Okay, subconsciously sometimes. It just processes it, gains some clarity, refocuses. I can clear my mind and then move forwards. I've processed everything that's been going on. I've got a mental recharge, and then off I go back into the busy realms of everyday life. So those two things, guys, don't underestimate the importance of them as a runner. It's not just about PBs, improving pace, miles, distance, all these types of things. It's also about the little things that allow your mind and your body that element of freedom and that time to recharge. So hope that's useful, and hope you kind of consider it. Just be in tune with these points when you go for your next run, and you'll appreciate running in a completely different light. So hope that's useful, guys. If you've got any questions, drop me a comment. I'll respond to every single one. As always, this Runpreneur vlog is part of the Runpreneur Challenge, which is our mission to raise £1 million for children's charities by run vlogging on consecutive days the distance of one lap around the world. So find out how to support the challenge, go to the links in my bios, or go to the website challenge.runpreneur.co. Runpreneur is spelled RUNPRENEUR. Okay, so that's challenge.runpreneur.co. You can find out how you can support the challenge, which I'd be eternally grateful for. So that's it for me today. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow.